Good morning, everybody. Monday motivation for you today, again with hat and also with stubble, so strangely attractive today as well. Thanks for the feedback on the page. Had some good criticism of my techniques, which is always good, which means that people are paying attention, which is ace. And also people have been watching the videos, which is good because they've been criticising them, which is ace because that means they're watching them. So thank you for that. I can recommend some really good books on marketing, which point out that actually if you're noticing things, it means it's working. The worst thing in the world for me, well, there's two things that really are quite bad. The first one is when stupid people try and be clever, really painful, or when people assume you're stupid when you're not. Dangerous. Anyway, chip down. Monday motivation for this morning. We are now on the 30th of December. So for those of you not in denial, and when I say denial, what I mean by that is the people that are thinking that you can have a few weeks off of diet and exercise and not get fat, is basically what we're going to do is, if you're looking to get started next year, so particularly if you are waiting for New Year to sort of reinvent things, kick things off or get started, it's fine, I understand it, it's what people do. What I'm going to say is that don't do something that you've done before which didn't work. So the problem that we get into, it's very difficult to articulate this because I'm very good at what I do, we get very good results, but I'm not as big as other brands or other organisations, so they're very well marketed and they market themselves very well indeed. Now, that's not to say that what they're doing is wrong, but necessarily what you've got to do is look at what works. So say, for example, you've tried a particular dietary protocol or exercise regime before, and because it's heavily marketed, you think, that one might work again, but you've got to consider, if it didn't work before, what's trying it again going to do if it's the same thing? So for example, if you've gone to a weight loss group before, not in particular, doesn't matter, and it didn't work for you, what makes you think that it's going to work again? And that's the question I'd ask you to ask yourself really on that. It's more, well, if it's not working, why is it going to work if I try the same thing again? I think if something's easy, you've got to look at it and say, actually, is this really the right thing? If something's like, it feels easy, like you can still eat sugar and cake and bread and all these things that make us fat, and that's science, not opinion, why is it that you think it's going to get better? And that's my question I would ask for you, just for your benefit really, just so you get some results. I think if you look at the health of the nation, I mean, we're getting fatter, we're getting iller, people are suffering out there, and it's not really fair. And I think that it's easy for the diet industry and the fitness industry to exploit this and make overweight people feel bad about themselves. I mean, what I say is, look, just don't be fucking stupid. I mean, I'm not saying, I understand that a lot of overweight people, it's not their fault. I mean, when I'm critical, I'm judgmental, I'm just saying stop being so fucking stupid about it all, and don't be, do things that don't work or believe stuff that's clearly not true or doesn't work. I mean, you can do whatever you want. This is yours. If you're gonna do something, don't be in denial about it, and don't be sad. And let's get excited about our goals. Let's get motivated and think, right, I've set my goals today, some real good stretching things, and let's go and achieve them. Let's not go, oh God, it's January and blah blah. Come on, give yourself some credit, man. Let's do something proper, but don't go and do silly things that don't work. Don't go and do stupid things that just don't work and you've tried before. And this is my point. It's repetition stuff that causes the problem. The repetition of things that don't work. Try something different. Try something that's going to excite you, that's going to keep you motivated, that's going to, so you're still going to be there in March, April, rather than go through the ridiculous cycle of 2 weeks in January on the bloody ab crunch machine, and then you fail, and then you go, crap, I'm going on holiday to wherever in June, so I need to, this constant cycle of depression and unhappiness. Get yourself excited, set yourself some big stretching goals, and stop doing stupid things that don't work. And that's my point. Work with a professional, spend a bit of money, invest in yourself. Guys like myself, I've researched this, I'm qualified, I've done a lot of work. It doesn't have to be me, there are guys out there that know what they're doing. Go and work with a professional for a bit, invest in yourself, spend a bit of money on on yourself. I mean, a lot of people have wasted so much money over Christmas. They could have invested that in training. They could have invested that in a personal trainer, a decent trainer to, you know, to help them, to give them tools and guidance. So what I'm saying is, look, don't go and do stupid stuff you know doesn't work. Research, give yourself a bit of credit, give yourself a bit of time. If you really want to get into shape, get yourself fit and healthy in 2014, take the time and research whether something's going to work. Don't just go and do the easily marketed, popular stuff that on the whole we know now doesn't work. Okay, give yourself some credit, give yourself some time, work with a specialist, work with a professional. Thank you. That's coming from the Weight Loss Jeremy Kyle. See you later.